Hey traders, I want to do a video just to show how I spied some EV plays that were bouncing off oversold and how I think they've gotten into overbought territory. This is just one example of what I do in my live trading room, which I run every day, and then I populate my Slack client workspace with the trade ideas, what I'm looking at, and then level by level inside the trade. So this is my web page, and I want to just highlight two services that I have announced recently. In addition to my main fishing club membership, I have announced the launch of my risk indicators that have been in beta for a few months now, and just gone to Apple Store finally in the next few days. So definitely want you to check that out. I'm doing this announcement because I'm wanting to have excitement over how good these are. I couldn't be more thrilled, especially in a volatile environment. But I'm also extremely pleased to be joined by a young woman who's going to be managing my Discord server. And this is definitely for young, eager to learn and also chase lots of momentum trade setups. And two of the plays that I'm going to be talking about are, in fact, EV plays, so electrification. And they were oversold. Now I believe they're overbought, but I want to show what I mean by that. And to do that, I want to kind of start with SPACs. So SPAK is an ETF that is Defiance Next Generation SPAC. So this is basically a representation of all those lovely special purpose asset corporations, blank check corporations that I have followed very closely because it was huge IPO issuance leading into the first quarter. And we did a video back in November about how exciting the SPAC universe was, tons of trading opportunities. And then I did a video literally in January when they topped, meaning the issuance of supply, the weight of supply would cause its undoing. So here it is, a fib level. I'm going to get to my two plays in a minute, but I want to show you the backdrop, this macro to micro that I use. I follow SPACs of which many EV plays have been launched, okay? And EV is electrification of vehicles. Okay, so this 100% retracement, literally on a weekly, had come all the way back down. And then this happens to be a Keltner channel, this blue line. There isn't a lot of information in this SPAC, so it was a new issuance last year, this ETF. But you can see how it pierced and got right back inside the Keltner channel. This was support. This was support, and then this went over, right? That's oversold. Now we bounced right back into the top of this channel, this trend line, again on a weekly. So why am I showing you this? Like, why does this matter? Because I used this as a way to identify some EV playahs. I literally have a watch list, and I trade in and out of these EV playahs. So this was, back in November, I put together this list in anticipation of the macro to micro power hour I did, a very special feature on SPACs and EV. So getting back to this 100% oversold retracement, definitely expected this thing to bounce. I was waiting for it to be a sustainable bounce. And I particularly like this 10-week, which is right in here, and was looking for this basically just bounce into the 10-week and then we would see. Well, it happened to get above and then trade above. So in particular, in my trading room, when I spied that, the next week it was like, ooh, beautiful, trend line support right here. That was the week of May 21st. Now, a lot of momentum plays stopped going down in this area, 11th, 10th, 12th, area. But in particular, I had seen this as an opportunity to advise clients, and I put it May 14th. EV and fuel cell plays also have some support bounces like Plug and Blink and XPEV and NIO. And I'm going to be talking about XPEV and LI. So these are all the SPAC plays, skills, EOSE. So you can kind of see this was the idea on the 14th, right? And where do we have? Literally, this is the 14th. So I posted this idea because I'm like, I like this candle. I like how it's starting the week. Getting back inside the Keltner channel on this trend line support. Now let's go look for some underlying stocks to play. One of my plays in there was Blink based on this candle on the 14th. I was very excited about this. It's called a 2-bar reversal, which means, and it's also on the 200-day, that the sellers are absorbed by the buyers. It's just a gorgeous reversal candle. And then it got up to the 21-day, and then it moved higher. Okay, but that's not the one I recommended so fervently. It was XPEV and Lee. So XPEV went from this state of, and now follow along, I'm working from a weekly, this is a day, this is an hour, this is chase, this is swing, this is trend, generally speaking. But you go from this overbought level, and then this was oversold. So why do I say this is oversold? Why was I interested in? Well, this was an XPEV is the Chinese EV related in the SPAC universe. And you can see its IPO, it got above, shot up like hot fire flames, came down to the 10-week, that's a lower high, dropped right into its IPO, look at this level, perfect, into the 10-week, couldn't close above it, failed again, into the 10-week, that's support. Then it had this lovely tail, followed by an expansion bar. What was that? Guess what? The 14th. So it got on my radar and I alerted clients on the 14th. I really like this idea. Blink, XPEV, and LI. So LI had the same exact kind of configuration, but it didn't have the liquidity I liked. So what I'm showing you is same picture. Look at this Keltner channel, gets pierced, comes back in, and then forms what's called a Morningstar reversal. That is wicked bullish on a weekly. It's bullish on any time frame, but it's especially bullish on a weekly. Sure enough, what's this? That's the top of the Keltner channel, and it pierced and it came back in. So this one, actually I used as a guide, didn't trade it, just like I used SPAC as a guide, didn't trade it, so that I could recommend and trade XPEV, Blink, NIO, XPEV. They were all recommended, yes, with LI, but it doesn't have as liquid a world, a universe. I like to go with lots and lots of liquidity, both in shares and especially options, since I'm an options player. So check this out, XPEV, perfect, stayed above 25, Morningstar reversal, right up to the 10-week. Here's the trend line. Can I get above the trend line? And then boom. This opened the next week and I was uber bullish. Why was I uber bullish? Because this 3309, and I'll show you in my write-up, is literally a beautiful open on a weekly above the 10, above the 30. It was just gorgeous. So next price target is the 21 and then 39.50 and then 44.66. And I said it could even overshoot the Keltner, right? Just like Lee had done prior. So this one actually is like a day ahead and then it pulls back. So you can kind of see XPEV is likely to pull back next. That's my guess. So what did I put in Slack? Based on that overbought to oversold. That trade is done, by the way, in my humble opinion, until it sets up again. So this was great. 14th was absolutely setting up. I just showed you why I thought that way, right? They were beautiful plays, especially EOSE. By the way, that was one I recommended, and it just got way busy. Then it went sideways, but look from this energy, right? This was literally the same exact setup, EOSE, as XPEV, as LI. That's the IPO, pushed through, came back. When it got and stayed above 1184 is when I recommended it. Guess what day it was? Yep, 514, and it literally got all the way up to 20 bucks. I mean, that's a double, not even to mention options, which by the way aren't that great. So let's go back to my Slack channel just to give you an example. That was a sector rotation play from oversold that I now believe is overbought. We'll go over NIO just for giggles, but because that was the easiest one and the largest momentum trading as it relates to options. But they're all, it's like basket trading. My thing is sector rotation. I'm really good with volatility and sector rotation. I've made a career out of it, and I've made clients a lot of money because of it. So this was an example of EV plays, just not on fundamentals. I could care less about demand, supply, and when it comes to this type of analysis, I am definitely macro. I include intermarket, all that jazz. But this to me was just nice move off of a bottom fishing play. It is way oversold, needs to get going. It still continued. Nice move, confirmed bullish above 33 with 36.65 intermediate price target on way to 39.50. So I had already given levels. Like here's June 3rd, right? Let's do that. So on June 3rd, right here, okay? On June 3rd, actually June 2nd, nice move from $25 to $33 resistance. Opened this week above, so it needs to stay above $33 to continue higher into $39.50. And it certainly did that. So then the next day I follow up, and then the next day I follow up. And then I said on June 8th, no kidding, I swear to God I wrote this, I'll show it to you. June 8th at 9:30 a.m. 39.50 price target may see profit taking. Many of these EV players recommended past 2 weeks are approaching my price targets, so careful. Okay, what do we do? Boom, pulled back, digested, broke out. 40 is continuation. Then it pulled back at 47.35, wouldn't surprise, which is this little level right here, before a pullback. So from this level of 25 to 33, from 33 to 39.50, from 39.50 to 44.66, all given in advance, and my last price target was 47.35. Wouldn't surprise. It looks just like LI did, right, on this Morningstar reversal. It got above the Keltner channel, and then it comes back, inside a little bit. Now we've got some, volatility coming into the marketplace. We might not get to see that 47.35, but it still would absolutely not surprise me if we grab it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green bars. I also have a 5-bar rule that after 5 green bars, we likely have a very big profit taking event in play. So XPEV was a great shot higher. Same idea. So May 20th, and then I follow up June 1st. So this was the first time. May 14th suggested watch these EV plays. And then on the 20th, I said, ooh, okay, now we're getting a little bit busier here. It's done a really good job of holding. Then I follow up June 1st. Where the heck am I? Hello. This is reach price target. It's hitting price targets and getting rejected intraday. Needs to digest, and it went 1, 2, 3 days before it broke out even higher. That's kind of cool. We had still in play on June 3rd, by the way, I updated and said this is still in play to 43.30. And then I follow up on the 7th. Here's the 7th. Yup, still working. All right, and then I go and literally follow up. Updated chart on the 7th. We're now pushing through 43.22 resistance, which is really important. Above its continuation long into 44, 54, then 50. So I'm given levels. Again, this is all in my Slack channel. I'm just happen to be reading it and scrolling while I have this on. So basically, all of this chart on June 14th, right here on June 14th, 46.29 was hit. That was really important. It needed to stay above 46.22 intraday. So I'm really giving like level by level. And 43.22 on a daily, which was right here. That was really important. Look at that, 43.22 on a daily, which it did. So no stopping out. And then boom, it held, it went higher. It was gorgeous. So now I still see this. Basically, I updated and said, okay, we're right up here to 46.29 on a weekly. That's a very, very solid close. We could have 50, 42. You can see it right here, which is the top of the Keltner channel. And then I think it's overbought. So that's where I would expect it to tag and then come back. But we have volatility coming into the market. So now I'm looking at how we open on Monday. right? So we went over BLNK, XPEV, LI, just to give you, and SPACs, just to show you that NIO, if we open up positive on a Monday, I'm very confident this will head to 50.42. If we open up below this 46.29, I'm pretty confident we're going to go back down to 43.30 and we could even break it. So Monday is a big tell. And why do I say that? Because this is a doji. It could be a doji sandwich, which means this expansion bar followed by that doji is going to be very powerful. Or we're going to get rejected right here because volatility comes into the market, which is, you know, it's reached a price target. And from these lower levels, 33 bucks, this is doing awesome, right? So the point is, careful on Monday, right? How we open will likely determine the direction of this tagging 50.42 or coming right back down into 43. All right, hope that helps. And again, pitch for subscribing to my YouTube channel so you'll get alerted when I do these videos. Also, check out my Discord channel, which will have some chases and market thoughts populated from my live trading room. And then, of course, separate from that, my live trading room. Come on in and get custom analysis and all of my macro to micro analysis, plus chase, swing, trend, time frames, and my secret sauce of intermarket analysis. It's all in there. I wish you a great trading week.